Welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about several different milling machine tools, cutters, and holders. So the first tool that I have is something called a face mill. Traditionally, face mills have carbided inserts, as you can see here. This is used for milling on the face of my cutter, and this produces a very flat surface. This has a very high material removal amount. I have my carbided inserts here, and to take out these inserts or to flip them around, I just have a Torx key here, and all I have to do is slide it into the hole like this, unscrew it, and then I can take this insert out and I can flip it around. I can flip it around to a new corner, or I can change the insert if it's needed. Underneath these inserts, I have seats. So this is exactly the same as my turning tools. I have a seat in here which protects the cutter. So if I crash this tool and all of my inserts blow up, I'm not going to damage the actual holder. I'm going to damage the seat. So these seats back here are replaceable as well. So there's some sacrificial pieces on here. After I have my face mill, I have a collet chuck here with an end mill. So my collet chuck here has a body, it has a nut, and it has a collet here. So this is just a 1/2 inch end mill. So my end mills, they can cut on the end and I can also cut on the side. So I can feed in, if this is my workpiece here, I can feed in this way, I can go back and forth, and I can also plunge straight down. Now this is a high speed steel end mill, so I can't run this at high of an RPM as compared to a carbide, but these are a lot tougher. So there's the trade-off that I have when I'm machining. This material is tougher, but it has a lower red hardness, so I have to run this at a slower rate or my cutting edge will break down. So to put my end mill into my collet, what I need to do is I need to snap in my collet into the nut. So I just push it in and you hear it snap in. If I need to remove this, all I need to do is just pull the top out until it comes out. Okay, so then I will screw this in just so it's about hand snug here, and then I can put my end mill in, and I'm going to tighten this down the rest of the way. To finish tightening this, I would need to apply the brake on my milling machine, and then I have a wrench to tighten this body, or this nut to the body. After that, I have my drill chuck here. So this just works like any drill chuck. I have 3 teeth here that self-center. So as I tighten this down here, it self-centers, so my drills will be held right in the middle of this drill chuck. Some drill chucks are just a friction, so I just tighten it by hand. Some of them are keyed. Okay, the key provides me with a lot more torque, so it has a better hold. So all I would have to do is I just have to insert my cutting tool into the drill chuck here, like so, and then I would just tighten this down here like this, and then I can do any drilling operations. This is also super handy to hold a center drill, a reamer, that kind of thing. One thing that I never want to hold in these drill chucks is a end mill. So if I grab an end mill that fits into a collet chuck, I never want to put it inside. Why that is because end mills have a lot of side to side movement. If I'm only holding it, let's say in 3 places, I have a lot of wiggle room here. So if I come in and I'm doing a side cut, it's gonna grab at some point and it's gonna throw my cutter out like that. That's gonna cause damage to my cutter, to my workpiece, and to my drill chuck as well. My collet chucks have a firm hold all the way around my tool, so it's not gonna have any side to side movement, so it can't get thrown out of my holder. So that is a quick video on 3 of the common holders and some cutting tools that I have on my milling machines.